Hello, and welcome to Cosmic Atlas. Beneath the surface of our blue planet lies another world, a realm more vast than all the continents combined, yet almost entirely unseen. A place where light fades into darkness within a few hundred meters, and the familiar world of air and sun gives way to crushing pressure, eternal night, and silence. This is Earth's final wilderness, the deep ocean. For centuries, humans have looked up to the stars, dreaming of new worlds to explore. But beneath our very feet lies a world that remains a mystery, less mapped than Mars, less understood than the surface of the Moon. 95% of the ocean floor remains unexplored, hidden beneath miles of water that conceal mountains taller than Everest, valleys deeper than the Grand Canyon, and creatures stranger than anything imagined in science fiction. We know more about the surfaces of distant planets than we do about the terrain of our own seafloor, and so the question arises, what truly lies beneath? The ocean has always inspired both fascination and fear. Ancient myths spoke of sea serpents, gods, and monsters that ruled the abyss. Even today, the dark depths evoke an instinctive shiver, a recognition that this is a world where humans do not belong. Yet it is here, in this vast alien wilderness, that we are beginning to uncover secrets that could redefine our understanding of life, technology, and the future of our planet. The abyss awaits. Our unseen world calls to us again. Beneath the glittering skin of the sea lies a hidden world. A world larger than all land masses combined, yet more mysterious than any star we've studied. It is a world of crushing pressure and eternal darkness, a place where sunlight dies and strange life begins. Less than 5% of our ocean has been explored. That means we know more about the surface of Mars than about the seafloor of our own planet. The rest, the vast abyss stretching across 70% of Earth, remains an uncharted kingdom of silence. What truly lies beneath? Ancient myths once imagined monsters dwelling here. Colossal serpents, krakens, gods of the abyss. Sailors whispered of impossible shapes rising from the black, of lights beneath the waves that defied understanding. And in a way, they were right. Because the deep sea is, in truth, an alien world, one that shapes the air we breathe, the climate we depend on, and perhaps the destiny of our species. As you descend into this unseen world, light fades first, then color, then the sense of direction itself. At 1,000 meters, the world turns black. At 4,000, pressure becomes 400 times stronger than the air above your head. And yet, amid that crushing dark, life exists. Not just exists, it thrives. Bizarre, beautiful, untamed. The deep ocean is not a void. It is the beating heart of our planet, pulsing quietly beneath the waves. It is both our oldest mystery and our newest horizon. To explore this unseen world, humanity had to invent the impossible. Steel would collapse, glass would shatter. So, engineers built machines that could withstand the weight of mountains pressing down on every square inch. Enter the limiting factor. A titanium sphere capable of diving almost 11 kilometers deep into the Mariana Trench, Earth's deepest known point. Within its walls, explorers like Victor Vescovo have sat in silence, surrounded by blackness older than civilization itself. But the new age of ocean exploration no longer depends solely on human presence. It belongs to fleets of intelligent machines, autonomous underwater vehicles, sleek, silent, tireless. They glide through darkness like metal fish, mapping, scanning, and sampling the abyss. Their sensors capture whispers of sound, traces of chemicals, and the faint electric pulses of living things. AI algorithms aboard these explorers analyze patterns instantly, identifying life forms, tracking currents, predicting the terrain ahead. What once took decades of human observation can now be done in days. We are building an entire digital map of a world we've never seen. Pressure-resistant ceramics, new battery systems, and fiber-optic data cables make it possible for machines to wander for months beneath the surface. Self-thinking, self-correcting, self-sustaining. Every new dive pushes the limits of physics and imagination. Each new descent is a statement that even the deepest darkness cannot hide forever. In the silence of the deep, we are learning how to explore alien worlds. Because what we test here, these hulls, these sensors, these AI explorers, will one day dive through the frozen oceans of Europa, Enceladus, and beyond. Our exploration of Earth's ocean is a rehearsal for the stars, and what we have found down there rewrites the story of life. Picture it, a black plain of volcanic rock, broken only by shimmering vents that release boiling clouds of minerals into water cold enough to freeze. And yet, around those vents, life blooms. Creatures that feed on chemicals instead of sunlight. Here, energy is drawn not from the sky, but from the earth itself. Tube worms with blood-red plumes, ghostly crabs that farm bacteria in molten vents, snailfish that swim freely where the weight of a skyscraper would crush bone, jellyfish that glow like lanterns of electric fire, and microscopic organisms that can survive in acid, methane, or pure darkness. These are not the exceptions to life. They are reminders that life needs far less than we imagined. No sunlight, no warmth, no comfort. Only chemistry, time, and the will to exist. Biologists now believe that the origins of life itself may have begun in these vents. Not in shallow pools, but in the abyss, where heat and minerals met water for the first time. Every discovery adds a new clue to our own creation. Each year, expeditions return from the deep with thousands of new species. Worms, corals, fish, bacteria. Many so strange they belong to no known branch of the tree of life. Some of their enzymes are being studied for medicines that could fight cancer. Others inspire materials stronger than steel. And others simply remind us that nature's imagination exceeds our own. The deep sea is not dead. It is alive with creativity, evolution, and resilience. It is our most alien ecosystem, existing just beneath the waves. But as our knowledge deepens, so does our desire to use it. Beneath the ocean floor lie vast mineral fields, nickel, cobalt, manganese, and rare earth metals, essential for modern technology. The same metals that build our phones, our batteries, our satellites. Mining companies and nations now look downward, not outward, toward the abyss as the next industrial gold rush. In the darkness, robotic harvesters may one day crawl across the seafloor, collecting nodules and dredging sediments that haven't been disturbed for millions of years. But what happens when we scrape away an ecosystem we barely understand? Unlike forests or coral reefs, deep-sea life grows in slow motion. Creatures that live for centuries, perhaps millennia. Destroy them once, and they may never return. Scientists warn that sediment plumes from mining could spread for hundreds of miles, choking out plankton and coral, disrupting ocean currents, silencing the songs of whales. The price of ignorance could be irreversible. And so humanity faces a defining question. Will we enter this new frontier as explorers or as conquerors? The United Nations, research coalitions, and conservationists are racing to establish laws that protect this unseen world before industry reaches it. International treaties are being drafted to balance exploration with responsibility, ambition with restraint. Because the ocean does not belong to any one nation. It belongs to Earth itself, and to the generations yet to come. If we fail to protect it, we risk losing the greatest library of life ever assembled. In the end, deep-sea exploration isn't just about discovery. It's about understanding ourselves. The ocean drives our weather, feeds our planet, and absorbs most of the carbon that keeps us alive. It is Earth's lungs and heart combined. Every current, every tide, every unseen creature plays a role in the delicate balance that sustains the biosphere. And yet, we barely know its language. By studying the deep, we uncover how climate change shapes our world from below. How currents shift heat across oceans. How coral and plankton respond to rising temperatures. How carbon is stored. And how fragile the system truly is. Exploring the deep isn't escapism. It's survival. In the next decade, exploration will accelerate. AI-driven fleets will chart the ocean floor in high resolution. Citizen scientists will help decode sonar maps from their living rooms. And international collaborations will link research ships across every ocean, sharing data in real time. The dream of a complete digital twin of Earth's oceans, an interactive, living model of our blue planet, is becoming reality. But perhaps the most profound reason to explore is wonder. Because in every descent, humanity rediscovers humility. Each strange creature, each glimmering form of light in the dark, whispers the same truth. We are not apart from this world. We are part of it. And so, as we continue our exploration of space, we must also look inward, toward the world that made us. The next great age of discovery will not be among the stars. It will be beneath the waves. The deep sea is not a place to fear. It is a place to remember who we are. Explorers, dreamers, storytellers, carrying the same ancient curiosity that once made us look to the night sky, now turn toward the darkness below. So the next time you stand by the shore and watch the horizon disappear, remember, beneath that line lies an empire of mountains and storms, forests of coral and rivers of current, glowing cities of light no human has yet seen. And one day, we will. Because the frontier isn't above us. It's below. Vast, alive, and waiting. Humanity's next great chapter begins not among the stars, but in the depths of our own blue world. This is Cosmic Atlas, where we explore not just the universe above, but the hidden worlds within our own. If this journey moved you, if it reminded you how much wonder still hides in the places we overlook, then don't forget to subscribe, join our growing community of explorers, and help us continue unveiling the unseen. Until next time, stay curious and keep looking deeper.